What's going on, everybody? Doc Average Gamer Guys back again, or Escape from Tarkov action. And today we got the .13 trailer release. We're gonna dive into it. We're gonna take a look at it, share just a couple of things that I noticed, and then continue to talk about when we think White might be, which we did not get a date for after the posting of the video, which I think a lot of people were hoping for, but we didn't. Let's jump into it. All right, so first things first here. If you haven't seen the trailer, I'm going to play it. It's pretty quick. It is really cool. We see a lot of the same things that we've seen in the past, but we also see a lot of new stuff. And the new stuff is pretty dang exciting, in my opinion. We get a lot of new locations. We get a just better, I feel like a better sense for the city. So, really quickly, let's take a look. Go ahead and watch it. If you've seen it already, skip forward about 2 minutes. All right, with that out of the way, we're just going to walk through this really quickly. And I'm just going to pause on some things to take a look at some things that we've seen. And these are pretty good hints as far as what's coming in patch .13. I am sure there is a ton of stuff that's probably been talked about previously or that Nikita has not talked about at all that we could anticipate being in this patch. They said it's going to be huge. It's obviously going to... It's mainly focused around the inclusion of streets, but I think there's going to be a lot of additional stuff in this one, packed in features, reworks, tweaks, maybe some new mechanics. I'm not sure about that one. We'll see, but I think this is going to be a huge one. The hype is definitely real, so we're just going to jump in. We'll play this a little bit. I'm going to pause, go back and forth. I've got a couple other screenshots, and then again, we'll wrap up and we'll talk a little bit about where I think we're headed. And again, when the wipe might actually be. So let's get to it. So the first things first here to notice is this new gun. So that is the Steyr AUG. I'm going to turn this down about halfway, which I believe is this one. So we've seen this before. We've actually had... This is a screenshot from Nikita that posted, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. This is actually a more updated model than we had seen the original trailer for. They did a Tarkov TV podcast where they actually showed this gun firing. This looks like it is obviously fully modeled and has some additional things that I don't recall seeing. The Picatinny rail, I don't remember. I'm not sure if it had this attachment point on the side. That's the one concern I have with this gun is it's going to be a very basic assault rifle with not a ton of modifications, but this definitely looks like it gets some options. Obviously, this is going to be front and rear sights. If you want to do irons, you can put an optic on it. Looks like you're going to have a laser slash flashlight or combo mount. I don't know, and I don't think in real life, I don't know this for sure. I'm not sure if this foregrip is going to be changeable. Obviously, the stock of this gun, the body of it, you're just not going to be able to do probably anything with. It doesn't look like we're going to get a barrel adjustment either, which I don't think it has one in real life. But again, I am no professional when it comes to this firearm. But it does look like we are going to get essentially flash hider probably or suppressor options. So that is pretty cool. That's one of the first things that we notice as we jump in here. This is the next one. So this has been shown off pretty extensively. I think Nikita was really excited about this. This is the SR2M, I do believe. And we got some screenshots of it here. These, again, were posted on the Twitter page for Battle State Games. This was, I don't know, also a handful of weeks ago. The M model has this foregrip, which is kind of, I believe, how I know this. I did a little Wikipediaing for you. This is a 9x21, so this is a submachine gun. This thing, I think, is going to be absolutely brutal. They showed this off as well on the Tarkov TV podcast, and it had a pretty insane rate of fire, as well as being relatively recoil controllable. And that fits for it being a submachine gun. And I think this is going to be one that if you can get your hands on some decent ammo, you're probably going to be running into this a little bit. This might be, in my opinion, having not played with it yet, this might be a perfect addition to like a bolt action sniper rifle build that you might be running. You need something with decent rate of fire. You're not going to be able to go very far as range with this. But this gun up close, I feel like, is absolutely going to do some damage. And again, we get some decent options, at least being able to throw a sight on it. That's about all you need. And then obviously you can suppress it as well, which is pretty cool. So we see that, the suppressed version here. It's got a Picatinny rail on the top in comparison to this, which obviously you can't see, but is there to be able to mount that optic. I'm curious. I don't know if we'll get any additional modification options with this bad boy, but at least it's here. And again, some of these screens are some of the same stuff that we've seen before. We've seen this kind of top-down shot where these guys are walking through. There's the AUG again. Now, what's interesting is, I want to just go back really quickly to here. This AUG also now, on top of the sight, has a Picatinny mount, which is going to be the other thing that it definitely needed. In the original Tarkov TV podcast that we saw, it did not have this mount on it, and this sight I don't think is very good. So this could be an interesting assault rifle just for that purposes, though. So this is a new screen here. This is kind of like a warehouse factory. We see some of the blue, I don't know, window pane type things that we've seen before. You see these on customs and a few other locations, but that's pretty cool. Here is our first look at an underbarrel grenade launcher, which we also got some screenshots of. I believe this one, rocking this on our M4. This is probably one of the more controversial things that is coming in this upcoming patch, because again, I think people are really afraid of these, and rightfully so. They're very good. What's going to be interesting is if it plays out a lot like this current patch and this current wipe has been, the ammo for this is going to be very difficult to find. And I have a feeling that these underbarrel grenade launchers are going to be relatively difficult to find. So hopefully that is the case. But this is interesting. That's a pretty nicely modded M4. Get some cool inside screens. Some of this, again, we've seen. Some of it we have not. It's like, oh, hey, screw you. So what's actually interesting here is if we go back, I don't know what that is right there. This also, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it. This looks like a new, some type of bandage. What's weird here is this part. And I don't have a great screen of it, unfortunately. We can't get a good screen grab here. But that looks like a new healing item. And what I was talking about right here is this thing. But this looks like the sight. So this is a side-mounted sight for this underbarrel, which is also the other underbarrel for AKs. So you have a side-mounted sight, which is really interesting. I wasn't sure if we were going to get something like that, but we do see it here. So that's just lining up. Again, this is an underbarrel grenade launcher for AK variants. So we do see that here. And I'm not sure what kind of AK that is. These guys going at it with their knife. This part I find pretty funny. They're like, yeah, maybe not. And then that's it. And so, again, I feel like we see a couple of pretty interesting things. We get some, what I would call some confirmations on a few things. And then we head over to Lighthouse here. Now we can actually head up to the Lighthouse. We're getting inside. We're opening this up. And boom. Now the question is, can I stop it? Probably not. Pretty bad at this. So we definitely get a hand, and if we were able to go one frame forward, we'd be able to actually see a decent outline of what is intended to be Lightkeeper. That's kind of the current belief. I would align with this. What's also interesting, as you see when we come up here, is we get inside. You're definitely moving towards the top of the lighthouse. You're having to open this door, which is like a security cage, and then obviously this is pretty well fortified as well. So it's interesting to see how this is going to play out from the perspective of the in-game trader. And again, I just barely missed the frame here. And I wish I could go maybe post-edit magic where I've saved this. But again, you get a shot of him here. I think this is going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see how the dynamic of this works. If he truly is just standing there, I'm almost wondering if it's going to be very much like the Santa that we had last year and we have this year, where items are dropped on the ground and you place items at his feet. That doesn't feel great. I was hoping for more of like a menu style option, where it's kind of like almost like pulling up your backpack and then his stash or something of the like. But I guess time will tell, and we shall see what that ends up looking like. But this is going to be a pretty awesome patch. I'm super excited for it. I hope you are as well. I don't think I have anything else that I want to showcase here, but again, these are some of the things that we can fully well anticipate. I think the other thing to take a look at and to make sure that we remember is most likely coming is going to be the boss. I fully expect that we'll be seeing this bad boy here at some point. This does not look like the person that we saw in the room. For clarity, again, I'll see if I can grab a better screenshot when it comes down to it. But the profile and everything that fits does not look like this. It definitely looks like Lightkeeper at the top. And then again, I think we're going to have this boss introduced as well. So this patch is absolutely going to just be stockpiled full of goodies. I hope you're excited. I know a lot of people are very eagerly awaiting the wipe. We didn't get a date. We did not get a date. I'm just going to close this and scroll to the top just to make sure nothing else got posted since I started recording this video. But we essentially got this, and you would not be the only person asking, when is it happening? Where is it going to be? And all of that good stuff. Yeah, pretty interesting, but hopeful. Here's my guess. My guess is, as of right now, we have gotten the, let's see, we have gotten quite a few days worth of wipe events. We are currently on labs being opened. Scavs have GLs. There was actually an in-game message for that from Fence about being able to go into labs, and you can do that now. I wonder if you can do it as a scav. No, you cannot do it as a scav, which is interesting, but as a PMC, you can get in, you can get going, no key card necessary, and you can jump in and it's free to go. We've got the loot changes, we've got all the other stuff going on. My anticipation as of recording this, I'm recording this on the 26th, my anticipation is the next day or two that we're going to see the wipe. I fully believe it's coming before the new year. Feel very strongly about that. Some point this week it's going to happen. I talked about in a previous video, kind of covering the events and catching everybody up, that I was really hoping they would do it after Christmas. Looks like so far I've been right. I also was lucky enough, I guess, or have enough experience to know that we were going to get some of the similar events. We've got some events with therapists with some additional trades. We've got some STEM events. We've got the free labs event. I still expect to see a all bosses somewhere event, which is why I'm thinking it's probably a day or two away. We usually get about a day of that. We also have not gotten like the full flea market and trader access opened yet. Although with some of the previous events that we already have, I'm not sure if we will. Giving the traders the +2 rep for completing that task for the melees, I'm not sure, because what some folks are missing is the ability to buy certain weapons that are locked behind tasks and things like that, which still makes me feel like we'll get everything super cheap. But they have given us so many options to make money and make a boatload of money, as well as put some of the, you know, again, the GLs and the grenade launchers in the game, that I'm not sure if we're even going to get those events. So my pick is a couple of days from now. We'll be wiping before the new year. I'm saying about 2. That's my guess. Probably 2 more days of events. And then patch goes live and we're there and we're in 0.13. That would also give them just a couple of days before the new year so that they don't have to hopefully work too hard as the new year is crossing over. Hopefully they can have the patch and then go enjoy the new year and have a day off and do all that kind of stuff. It would also not surprise me to see it after the new year, but I think at this point with the release of the trailer, that's kind of the final signal, like it's on its way, it's coming, hold on. And I might even be wrong, we might even get it sooner than that, but I feel like we're probably very close. So maybe another day, another 2 days worth of events, and we're there. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Sorry for my terrible YouTube pausing abilities, but hopefully you got a chance to take a look at a few things, couple of things confirmed, couple of new questions that are out there as well. That med item is really interesting, but it would not surprise me if they continue to include some of those. I think we're going to have some hideout upgrades as well. The gym they've talked about, that's ready to go, so I'm excited for an updated hideout. I'm not sure. We'll certainly be getting some streets quests. I'm not sure if we'll get some more, but I would expect that we'll probably get some additional lighthouse quests actually. I don't know that we'll get any quest balancing mechanics wise. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot else besides that, but we could also be very surprised. There could be a lot that they're ready for. And again, this is going to be a big patch. Streets is going to be in there. New guns. There's going to be lots more new guns. I'm sure of that. So yeah, get ready. Hopefully you're ready. Hopefully you're enjoying wipe. Hopefully you had a very Merry Christmas. Hopefully you had good holidays, whatever you celebrate. And I hope as we get close here, a couple of days away from the new year, I hope you have a fantastic new year. We're going to be covering everything that we can Escape from Tarkov related over the wipe, and we'll definitely be streaming and doing some fun things when the wipe does happen, grinding some of our main account, and then getting our hardcore and our escape series started very quickly as well. So stay tuned to the channel. Thanks for popping in. I've been Doc, Average Gamer Guys. I'll flash some socials at you, links in the description. Want to come check us out? Other than that, we just appreciate the support, and we'll catch you in the next Escape from Tarkov video. Peace.